I guess let's start with some good news.
Hey!
Over in New York, they had a primary election on Tuesday, and depending on who you are or who you ask, it was either a huge success for progressive politics or the second coming of the Third Reich.
The Fox News chyrons were working overtime last night.
And if that's giving you deja vu, it's because it's literally how these exact same people reacted to the election of Zoran Mamdani 8 months ago. You'll recall that the immediate reaction from conservatives and centrists was that New York City was about to experience 9/11 Part 2 woke Sharia, and that Jews in New York were about to be rounded up and sent off to camps.
And that every single person that made any amount of money at all ever in the city was leaving and going down to beautiful West Palm Beach, Florida.
That's right. But none of that happened, of course, or maybe not yet. And by just about every metric, Zoran's term in office so far has been great for New York City and the people who live in it.
First title in 50 years.
I'm not jealous at all about how happy those people are.
I feel like every day is like Squidward up in his house, looking down on Patrick and SpongeBob, having a blast.
We got, potentially we got a DSA mayor coming down the pipeline, but that's small. New York is years ahead of us. They're in another galaxy.
Every day we inch closer to doing the show from New York for at least a little bit. At least a little bit. We gotta taste some of the Mamdani goodness.
I'm filming here.
Yeah.
But yeah, on Tuesday, multiple congressional candidates aligned with the mayor on various issues, including Israel, won their primaries. And here we are again. It's the end of the world. New York City has fallen, folks. It's dangerous out there.
All the footage of joyful people over the past couple of weeks has really shaken me. I've never seen people so happy, and there's something wrong with that.
It's not even just, obviously the Knicks was huge, but just like the last year, like everyone in New York has like a little extra pep in their step, and everyone's just like, oh my God, I feel so sorry for them.
I have to think that there is some level of like, when there's an old asshole that has no connection with you or whatever at all in office, like, you're probably going to be a little bit lazier. When Mamdani's in office, I guarantee you there is at least a percentage of people that are being like cleaner and nicer. Like, well, Mamdani's doing a good job for New York, and I'm going to do a good job too.
Yeah, it sounds like socialism to me. No.
Well, here is the New Republic with a small taste of the MAGA freakout over these DSA, ultimate socialism results. Allies of New York City Mayor Zoran Mamdani swept the region's Democratic House primaries Tuesday evening, the latest example of liberal-minded voters shifting their preferences. And after Brad Lander, Daria Liza Avila Chevalier, and Claire Valdez won, all of whom have been vocal critics of Israel's genocide in Gaza, the biggest loser seemed to be MAGA World, which was left befuddled and irate that voters had turned away from candidates espousing the historically pro-Israel party line. Appearing on Fox News, Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller complained that the Democratic Party has abandoned centrism and instead adopted this radical, revolutionary, and in many cases violent ideology that wants to tear America down and destroy everything that we know and love, from top to bottom.
They're violent. Israel, not violent.
Not violent. Historically, not
the most
violent.
moral army on the face of the earth, actually.
It was crazy seeing the graph of like the AIPAC-funded candidates and just like the X's by the, like losing every single...
Israel defeated.
Run the graphic. Miller further used the trio's massive win Tuesday to urge Democrats to vote MAGA in the midterm election.
Oh, yeah, sure, buddy.
Claiming that progressive politics, which he said involved hating America, God, family, and gender, would be the country's death knell.
I would say they love gender more than anyone. They don't hate gender.
This is coming from a guy who... I won't even give him the credit of saying he looks like a Disney villain. He looks like a DreamWorks villain.
He does.
He does.
Particularly one DreamWorks villain specifically. Yeah. Continues. Far-right influencer, Laura Loomer was similarly disgusted by the political development, insisting that the Big Apple's mayor is an Islamic militant and that Donald Trump needs to do something about it. I remember when Trump, who I love, we know, said Mamdani isn't a jihadi. I was shocked, Loomer wrote on X late Tuesday, reacting to the race. Mamdani is a jihadi, and this growing threat of Islamic jihad and pro-Islamic terror candidates getting elected in America is a national crisis. It needs to be addressed by the Trump administration. Tonight should prove it to everyone.
Shut up, Loomer. Why the wide face?
Meghan McCain. Oh, the stars are all here.
Did you know that my dad would have never voted for Zoran?
She's very interestingly stopped invoking her father nearly as often these days.
Well, she's been shamed so many times.
Well, also because like she's backing a lot of stuff that her father objectively would have been against.
Yeah.
So now she's conveniently not John McCain's daughter.
It is
when it matters.
It is crazy to invoke your dad so many times and then go further than him to the right.
Yeah, she was like a liberal darling for like a minute there following the 2016 election and like how poorly Trump treated her dad. And no, she's just like fully on board with this shit now. She loves the man who would gladly piss on her father's grave. Anyway, that woman, Meghan McCain, a conservative TV personality and daughter of former Arizona Senator John McCain, also added her 2 cents, writing directly to Jewish Americans via social media. To my beautiful Jewish friends in America, we love you. You are not alone. We are just as freaked out as you are and see with clear eyes exactly what is happening, McCain wrote. Lander, one of the 3 Mamdani-backed candidates who cruised to victory Tuesday night, is Jewish. He also represents one of the most Jewish districts in New York City. He's also he's not even as anti-Israel as a lot of these other he's pretty moderate on the topic of Israel. He's just yeah, we should stop giving them money to murder children.
That seems like a pretty
it's very sensible take that I think a lot of Americans, including a lot of Jewish Americans, probably agree with. Mm-hmm. But no, he's apparently a race traitor and a capo, and he's he's the leopards are going to eat your face too, Brad.
Well, if there's anyone qualified to comment on anything at all, it's definitely Meghan McCain, who got her position, whatever it may be, on whatever TV show it is, through hard work, dedication, sacrifice, and going into heavy debt for a college education.
Yeah, she walked the walk and talked the talk, and she is living proof of meritocracy.
That's right.
In this country, they don't just give it to you; you got to work for it, baby.
Her husband owns an entire entertainment company, right? Like a conservative entertainment
the
company.
Federalist, I think, which I don't know, hasn't really been relevant in a while, but I'm sure he's got his money in all sorts of ventures. Clearly not the Daily Wire though, because
they're not doing so well.
Yeah, they're getting their view counts are wild. They turned the bot spigot off, and it's oh, no one watches this shit. It's irrelevant.
Well, there's also the underlying thing that conservatives are actually anti-Semitic.
Yes. Yeah, it's a big problem for guys like Ben Shapiro, who are wait a second, hold on.
Yeah.
No, not like that. No, you're supposed to hate the people I hate.
Yeah. Well, this is, to be clear, Democratic primary voters voting exactly the way that you'd expect them to if you consulted a single poll in the past year. Israel is not only committing a genocide in Gaza, but has also sown chaos across the Middle East and roped our big, dumb, idiot president into perhaps the dumbest war that this country has ever waged. The average Democratic voter really isn't into the idea of not only participating in all of that, but also directly funding it. And that also includes a lot of Jewish New York City Democrats. Of course, despite the Israel issue getting so much attention in this election, these are candidates who primarily ran on a democratic socialist agenda of taxing the rich more and spending that money on things that help ordinary people. Basically a modern version of FDR's New Deal. But hey, the hell would FDR know? He's only the greatest president this country has ever had. Well, it makes sense for conservatives to hate it, but it continues to be very baffling how much the Democratic Party hates the idea of their voters ever being excited about things possibly getting better.
We can't have that.
You can't do that. Stop. I'm going to have to work? Question mark?
We can only run on one platform, and that is stopping Trump, and then I don't know what we do after that. Probably nothing, but we got to stop Trump so that
let me catch the car first. The car's driving away. Let me catch it.
I want to catch it.
All of Tuesday's wins in New York City were defeats for the party's preferred candidates, and the meltdown isn't quite as severe as Meghan McCain and Laura Loomer. It's still absurd that Democrats refuse to see which way the wind is blowing, especially after losing so badly in 2024, and dare I say, losing in a lot of ways for a decade.
Just really having a huge win with Obama and then just doing absolutely, not even doing nothing, actively making sure that nothing like that ever happens again.
Yeah.
Which is it has echoes historically because after the FDR presidency, they dismantled that shit as quickly as possible in a bipartisan effort.
Well, yeah. So like it is, it's a constant pendulum swing, and that's what's I feel like so destructive is that Trump gets in and immediately everyone's like, ah, fuck, I can't believe we did that again. And hopefully the midterms shake that out.
I mean,
but then again, it's like, how is everyone's memory this short? You're talking about a guy who was already president, and you're like, I don't know. Let's
give him another shot.
We should do this again.
Well, to be fair, in their defense, back then he didn't do nearly as. I mean, he was bad, but not nearly as dumb as this time around.
I guess.
It's objectively like so much worse.
I guess the one thing is that everyone got to see that. Despite
we tried it out,
despite being very old and having lots of problems, including giving lots of money to Israel and other things, the Joe Biden presidency wasn't as doom and gloom as I guess conservatives would have painted it, because I would say that everything is demonstrably worse, even for them.
Well, we did help Israel do a genocide.
And I guess that's all that really matters to politicians.
And then when the public opinion was shifting, when I say we, I mean Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, doubled down and said,
no, sir, I don't believe all of you.
This is just a passing fad.
Uh-huh.
So, and also, like, people, the centrist, James Carville, he's like, I'm not a Democrat anymore. I can't I don't think so. I'm like, you're 85. Go do something else.
Yeah, okay, Tucker Carlson. I'm not with the GOP anymore.
All the sensible centrist Democrats are all just like tut-tutting and, oh geez, I don't know. It might play well in New York City, but I don't know how it's going to play in a state that we were going to lose no matter what. And actually, it's not just New York City. Like
it seems to be a pattern. Places. Yes,
this is a pattern with primaries
hopefully coming
across
soon
the
to
country.
LA. Yes,
we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it takes a while for things to get all the way over to this side of the country. Yeah. Anyway, happy for you, New York.
Yeah,
not jealous.
Not jealous at all. No.
Moving on now. What continues to be the funniest Trump story of the year, folks, and a microcosm of how everything he does ends up being a disaster. Of course, I'm talking about the reflecting pool, which some have renamed the Strait of Warm Ooze. You get it? Strait of Warm Ooze.
I love it.
Trump continues to insist that the reason the water is slime green and the $16 million liner that he just had installed has been disintegrating is because of nefarious Antifa vandals with snorkels, I assume. But he has yet to provide any evidence for that because it's obviously a fucking lie. And while the actual specific reasons for this disaster remain kind of unclear, it was recently noticed that a user on Blue Sky predicted exactly how this would go down over a month ago when the pool was still being refurbished. They hadn't even put the water back in. Here's the account, The Monarch Diaries, back on May 19th. Ha ha ha! They're making the world's biggest synthetic scum pond. The coating is a polyurea used inside pipes. It gels in about 3 seconds, making it non-self-leveling. The texture is like an orange peel, the perfect substrate for biofilms. They're using Rhino Pipeliner 5000, which freezes as sprayed-on curds almost exactly as it hits the surface. Won't flow out, flatten, and self-level like standard epoxy or paint would. Understanding water, the orange peel texture is a perfect scaffolding for algae, bacteria, and general bioscum.
I feel like there are certainly a lot of people that could have told Trump this information. They were probably fired last year, but this information, I feel like any expert would have been able to be like, sir, this is probably not the best idea. But no, go with JJ Kafuro or whatever.
Would have never happened if they consulted the experts at Belzona.
Belzona would have that shit sealed up. You mix two things together and it's fucking magic. I could watch it all day.
Fucking airtight.
Where's that going? Nowhere.
I had over the weekend, or I don't know, I was bored and I was like, I'm gonna write an email to Belzona support, like, as JD Vance, but not saying I'm JD Vance, and just use like a thinly veiled, like make up a thinly veiled story about what happened and then ask them which Belzona products they would recommend to fix my dumb idiot boss's corner cutting. But I didn't want to waste the fine folks at Belzona's time because I'm sure they're
busy making content.
Yeah, this is the best content. I watch every single reel.
I don't need it, but I like watching it be made.
Yeah.
That's right. This shit shrinks 1 to 3% when curing, which in a pipe is exactly what you want. On a big slab, no, it will pull towards the center and delaminate from the substrate at the edges. Plus, applying directly to concrete is a problem. Long story short, Swiss cheese pinhole effect. already flagged. To avoid pinholes, mobility, and osmotic blistering, pros use geotextile. Thick, felt-like fabric gets laid out across the pond bed and anchored at edges. Flexible polyurea sprayed on the fabric, not the ground. Polyurea soaks into the fabric, cures. You get a seamless, reinforced rubber-like mat. Rhino Pipeliner 5000 is not recommended for ponds. It's specialized for trenchless pipe repair, hence its rigidity and 3-second gel time. Other polyureas/polyurethanes are far more stretchable and good for continuous immersion. Baffled that Rhino itself didn't step in. Maybe they did. If Rhino Pipeliner 5000 with custom flag blue tint is indeed what they're applying, in around 5 years it'll be delaminating and peeling up in massive slimy sheets. So, a perfect future metaphor for the Trump years. In before capital scum pond liner delamination.
So they were wrong about the last part. It didn't take 5 years. It took like 5 days, maybe less.
Yeah.
But other than that, just based on the specific coding used, which they saw in a New York Times article, they called out, like Babe Ruth, exactly what would happen from using the wrong product on a no-bid contract to
Maybe
someone who has no fucking idea what they're doing.
And honestly, maybe Trump saw that and was like, 5 years is fine. I'll be gone and it'll be some other Democrat's problem. Look, they ruined the pool that I made so nice.
But he also plans on still being president in 5 years, so I don't know.
I think he should focus on being alive in 5 years. He's 80 years old and overweight. Although they did give someone that secret pill.
I did see that. They're like, Johnson & Johnson or whatever.
Eli Lilly, I think?
Yeah.
It was something like that. They're like, a secret 79-year-old patient got an experimental
got a
drug.
weird, like, one-time authorization for an experimental weight loss pill. Anyway.
Could be anybody.
So, yeah, they called out both the algae and the peeling. So, yeah, this was, if they had asked anyone who knew what the fuck they were doing, they would have said the same thing this random Blue Sky user said.
It's not a random Blue Sky. It's clearly the Antifa Global HQ account.
Yeah. So, yeah, the company that Trump hired to do the job, they could have avoided all of this if they had simply used the right coding. They should have consulted Rhino. The fine folks at Rhino, or even better, Belzona could have told them.
JJ Carufo or whatever. I can't remember if it's Cafuro or Carufo. Anyways, the fucking...
Kofifi.
The mob boss behind this thing.
Yeah. The penguin.
Knew that Trump was going to fuck something up, so he's like, why not get paid twice?
Yeah.
Do exactly what he wants, know that it's going to fail, and then get the second contract to fix it.
As we say in the biz, measure once, cut twice.
Yeah. That's
easy. How you get it done.
The man's a rube. And this time we'll get paid because he's not the one paying, the government is.
But yeah, a reputable company seems like they would have known how to do this correctly if they were taking on job.
No, I smoke a big cigar.
But yeah, it wasn't bad enough that the reflecting pool is currently looking like a sewer, folks, because it gets worse. Mr. President, a second totally avoidable eyesore that's entirely your fault has hit beautiful Washington, D.C.
Oh, my stars.
So that UFC fight on the White House lawn, it may be over, although I've seen differing reports on whether the claw is still
You know what? It's beautiful.
Place.
Leave it up.
He did say he wanted to leave it up permanently, but it sounds like they're taking it apart.
Okay.
But in its wake, all the grass on the DC Ellipse where the fans watched the fight has died. And the White House lawn ain't looking so hot either. Luckily, though, just like with the reflecting pool, Trump knows a guy.
4 Seasons Landscaping.
Here's the hill.
A private Ohio-based company run by a longtime supporter of President Trump has reportedly pledged $1 million to restore the south lawn of the White House after the UFC Freedom 250 event held on Trump's 80th birthday left it damaged. Scott's Miracle Grow said it will donate a combination of monetary and product support to the National Park Service, including plans to resod the lawn and use a special blend of turf grass chosen by Trump to reseed it. Oh, God. The company expects the lawn to be fully restored by spring of next year.
Oh, my God.
The president knows a lot about grass, Scott's Miracle Grow Chief Operating Officer Nate Baxter told Fox Business, pointing to Trump's history with golf courses. It was really interesting to watch our tour scientists and President Trump talk through each of these. The White House officials said it was a private donation for lawn care and no taxpayer dollars will be used for the restoration, according to the Washington Post. The extent of the repairs to the nearby Ellipse, which was similarly damaged during the UFC event held earlier this month, remained unclear. Aerial images taken in the aftermath of the event showed large patches of discoloration and stripped dirt where grass had previously covered around the Ellipse. And yeah, it looks like shit, and it is very rich for the Ellipse to look like this when Trump had spent the entire weekend saying that people had so naughtily sprayed chemicals all over, creating a giant 8647 in But yeah, the fact that
$1 million, and that's just for the White House lawn. It's like, this is wild because here in LA or over in Pasadena, every summer they have music festivals like twice a month on a golf course.
Yeah.
And they have that shit cleaned up like the same day, and the grass is good to go within a couple of days.
I was just going to say, like, LA State Historic Park, one of my favorite places to go, like, dog walking or whatever. I run through it, so they have huge, like, EDM concerts there all the time.
All the time.
And anytime I go there afterwards or I'm running by it, they, like, have stakes in the ground and it's all partitioned off. I swear, within, like, a couple of weeks, it looks brand fucking new.
Yeah.
So the fact that, like, Scott's Turf Builder Pro is, like, next spring for just the White House lawn is, like, I don't know, man.
It's also, like, such an unforced error by...
It's also a fucking bribe. I mean, it's a blatant...
It is a bribe.
This is not how you're supposed to do business.
But it's an unforced error from Scott's Miracle Grow, because, like, they make a lot of consumer products. And, like, why do you want to politicize... Like, I own, like, a Scott, like, push mower.
Gotta get rid of it.
I have, like, Miracle Grow products. Like, they make a bunch of stuff that, like... I mean, I guess this is an advertisement to Trump's people, but, like, they already have so much of the market.
It's gonna be golden grass.
I feel like they're only going to lose business because, like, now I'm not buying anything from these fucking assholes.
That's why I never got into gardening. I knew something exactly like this was going to happen.
Well, the thing is, what you got to do is once you start making your own compost, it becomes a closed loop, and you don't need any of the Scott's Miracle Grows of the world to invade on your hobby. You do it all yourself.
I'll get there one day.
Anyway, that last detail from the story about the Ellipse and how, well, we don't know about what we're doing about that. That tells us where this is heading, based on every other time that Trump promised something would be totally privately funded. If we had to guess, the White House lawn repair is going to be free, and the much more serious damage to the Ellipse is just it's going to be paid for by you and me, the taxpayers. And MAGA World will just insist that actually the whole thing is free. He said it was free.
Yeah.
Not that. Anyway, considering the donation to fix just the White House lawn is $1 million, resodding the Ellipse ain't gonna be cheap. It's like 20 times bigger. Especially if whoever they hire fucks it up and somehow makes it even worse.
Hey, you get
like
paid twice.
Pool, yeah.
That's the thing. Is
Measure once, cut twice.
Most of these people have been ripped off by Trump in the past. So they're just making up money that they have already wasted.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Like,
that's a good point.
JJ Carufo is like, fuck, he had me by the balls in the 90s. I gotta.
Finally.
He owes me a lot of money.
He's finally making the ledger nice and clean.
I can say there is no, like, physical signifier that would make me not want to buy from your company less. Physical. The Trump thing is one thing. But a physical signifier that I would never want to do any business with your company at all is the CEO smokes a big cigar.
And has a disgusting mustache and just looks the way that guy looks.
I don't think that like the cigar smoking thing is cool. I'm sorry.
No, I've enjoyed, like, it's like once every 2 years I'll have an opportunity to smoke a cigar because I have, like, people in my family who are into them, and I'm
like executives do it as it's like their social
all
thing.
The fucking time.
It's like their social thing, but it's better. It's better than drinking, or it's better than, like, having, like, a snifter. It's like more.
Yeah, I don't really get it.
Elegant to them.
I don't really get it. It's like, it's a nice thing to do every once in a while, and I even in that I'm in the minority. Like, most people fucking hate that shit because it is kind of fucking gross.
It's so funny because every time that I've, enjoyed one, it's just been that I've been with a bunch of people. Because as soon as I start smoking, I'm like, I don't like this at all.
Yeah.
I would rather smoke, like, a cigarette or a joint or something.
I mean, when we were in Cuba, I smoked so many cigars that
I got sick.
I did actually get, like, a really strong, like, nicotine buzz.
Yeah.
That I was walking around with. I was like, oh, I get it now.
Yeah.
I get it.
Well, that was also the rum, too.
Yeah.
That's back when I was still drinking.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on to our next story. The second funniest thing that Trump has done this year, which also falls under the same umbrella of ruining America's 250th birthday, is the Freedom 250 Great American State Fair, which begins very soon.
Yeah.
I think they've already done the opening ceremony.
Well, I can't wait to get on the zipper and start spinning around.
The original lineup of entertainers was, of course, pretty underwhelming. And then when even those performers started dropping out en masse, Trump just kind of scrapped the musical roster entirely and made himself the headliner.
He's doing magic.
He's bigger than Elvis.
Prestidigitation.
But there's still going to be at least one musical performance. Can you guess who it is?
Well, we'll tell you in a minute. And it's not Lee Greenwood. I know so many people are saying Lee Greenwood.
This person is young.
Uh-huh.
Famous.
Yeah, super famous.
Yeah.
Talented.
Mm-hmm.
Talented.
Yeah.
Got to where they are with hard work,
A real jet setter, this one.
determination, and pure talent.
Yeah.
We'll tell you in a minute. First, though, we need to let you know this episode is sponsored by Surfshark. We cover tech dystopia.
Cowabunga.
We cover tech dystopia every single week, whether it's AI video slop, crypto scams, or massive data leaks. So it is wild to us that some of you are still just connecting to public Wi-Fi at a coffee shop or an airport without a second thought. You're basically just broadcasting your logins to everyone in the room. That's why we use Surfshark. It encrypts your connection and hides your IP, so your activity is way harder for your ISP or random hackers to track. But it's way more than just a basic VPN. It has Clean Web, which blocks all the intrusive trackers and ads that are turning the web into garbage. Blocking those trackers also kills that thing where an airline magically jacks up the price of a flight just because you searched for it twice.
Yeah, and they've been doing that a lot lately because of the oil.
Because of the oil, you see.
And since we literally do weekly weird news, you know cybercrimes and phishing scams are getting ridiculous. Surfshark includes Alert, which watches your account and pings you the second your data shows up in the inevitable next corporate breach. They also have an email scam checker that flags sketchy AI-generated phishing emails before you accidentally click them. One subscription covers unlimited devices, so your phone, your gaming PC, and your laptop are all protected. Go to surfshark.com/newsday or use code Newsday at checkout for 4 extra months free plus a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's surfshark.com/newsday.
This episode is also sponsored by Shopify. Picture this. It's late at night, you're scrolling through your feeds, and all of a sudden you see it. That one product that you've been looking for. You click on the link, you add to your cart, maybe even you shop around a little bit more before you finally hit checkout. As you're filling in your address, you realize, oh, I don't have my card anywhere near me. Well, that's when you see it, that purple pay button that has all your information saved, making checking out as simple as a simple tap of your screen.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching. And our favorite part is all of your delivery tracking is in one convenient place. No need to go digging around in your emails for tracking numbers anymore.
I ordered something like a month and a half ago, something that I knew was like back ordered. I would have totally forgotten about it. If not for the Shop app telling me this week that
where are you?
It's coming. It's finally coming.
They also, if you are like, if it's missing, they have a button that you can like email directly.
Yeah.
So it works great.
Shopify is great for shoppers, but it's also great for sellers. They're the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S., from big-name brands all the way down to little tiny merch stores like ours. InternetTodayMerch.com. They help you get started with your own design studio with hundreds of ready-to-use templates. Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store that matches your brand style. Accelerate your efficiency, whether you're uploading new products or trying to improve existing ones. Shopify is packed with helpful tools that write product descriptions, page headlines, and even enhance your product photography.
Tackle all those important tasks in one place, from inventory to payments to analytics and more. No need to save multiple websites or try to figure out what platform is hosting the tool that you need. Everything's all in one place, making your life easier and your business operations smoother. See less carts go abandoned and see more sales go cha-ching with Shopify and their Shop Pay button. Sign up for your $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/newsday. Go to shopify.com/newsday. That is shopify.com/newsday.
Cha-ching. Cowabunga.
Yeah.
All right. You've had a couple minutes to think it over.
Taylor Swift.
Close.
Christina Aguilera.
Close.
Well, I'm stumped.
So, which famous, young, beautiful music performer would look at what's happened with the Freedom 250 Great American State Fair and say, hey, sign me up for that shit?
Well, who's the guy that does backflips? Benson Boone.
No.
Oh, still wrong?
Yeah. Anyway, famous is maybe a stretch here. She is not famous for her music. She's famous because her boyfriend is the director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation and has made the FBI into her personal security entourage and used an FBI jet to transport her to her gigs.
Oh.
So, by now you probably know who we're talking about, and you can maybe even picture her. But if the name somehow escapes you, it is Alexis Wilkins, Kash Patel's girlfriend.
And she did it all on her own.
Everything we know about her has been against our will, and we continue to learn more. Here's People magazine.
Kash Patel's girlfriend, Alexis Wilkins, has joined the lineup of performers who will sing at the Great American State Fair after most of the musical acts pulled out. On Tuesday, June 23rd, the country music singer, 27, announced that she would be a featured performer at a celebration of America's 250th birthday on the National Mall, which will be headlined with a rally speech from President Donald Trump after all but 2 of the originally announced performers dropped off the bill.
Is Vanilla Ice and CNC Music Factory,
I guess so.
Okay.
Hours after she shared the news, Wilkins defended herself from social media critics who claimed that having the FBI director's girlfriend getting paid by the taxpayers to perform was a violation of federal ethics laws.
How dare you? Let's just get a few things straight, because this is long overdue, she began in a post shared on X. I have been a country music artist for years now. I have had a successful career in both music and commentary/strategy.
Okay.
People don't get to negate that for clicks or headlines. I was invited to sing this anthem on my own accord, as I have been many other places throughout my career. In addition to insisting that she is not accepting payment for her participation in the celebration hosted by Freedom 250, a group Trump created by executive order to organize semi-quincentennial events, Wilkins said the upcoming event is not taxpayer funded, as one social media user claimed. I'm no longer accepting false narratives and total sham accusations that diminish my hard work and earned accomplishments, so please expect this kind of response to continue, she concluded.
No, I actually love Kash Patel. He's beautiful. I am emotionally connected to him.
He's so hot.
The age gap is attractive to me, and everything he does is sexy and the right move.
I love an older man who never blinks.
Uh-huh.
And always drinks.
Always
never blinks, always drinks.
Never solves the crime.
No.
Tweets about it.
Well, the investigation is all the fun.
Yeah.
Once you solve it, the investigation's over.
When I get home and take that FBI jacket off, well, that's it. Case closed.
Time to drink. Time to smoke. He's a cigar guy. He's one of those guys that just like smokes cigars.
Yeah, he probably has his own little label on it.
It's like a conservative guy thing. Yeah. It's like, because smoking cigars is manly. So.
Yeah, it's manly. And they got their whiskey stones and their initials on their glass.
Yeah. Steven Crowder, his like Instagram or
remember
he used
him?
to just post so many just endless like photos of him. He like would smoke at least one cigar a day, and it was always just a disgusting like close-up selfie of him like, yep, I really am this cool.
And then there's just the footage of him smoking a cigar and yelling at his wife.
Yeah, we kind of stopped seeing as many cigar.
But anyways, Alexis, I mean, yeah, you earned this.
Girl, you earned it.
Uh-huh. And this is funny on 2 levels, because not only is the idea that she earned this opportunity through merit just absurd, but so is the idea that this is prestigious in any way. That nobody wants to be on it. This is like, you had an in and you were still the last option.
Yeah.
You're the FBI director's girlfriend, and it still took 2 months for them to be like, oh, fine, I guess.
They really had to scrape that barrel. They waited till the last second.
They were like,
fuck,
okay,
who's going to sing the national anthem?
Oh my God.
Literally no one wants to do it.
If we don't book Kash Patel's girlfriend, it's going to have to be Laura Trump.
Yeah. We don't have the auto-tune technology for that.
Laura, I hope that she somehow like gets on stage and is like, well, here I go.
I'm a bit of a singer myself.
Uh-huh. And then she does, what Tom Petty song did she do? Like Runaway or something?
Yeah.
It's, ugh. Anyways, yeah, she used nepotism to perform in an event that had almost its entire lineup drop out within hours of it even being announced. I award you no points.
I earned this absolutely fucking worthless and honestly shameful job opportunity.
Look at this turd I earned. Anyways, one last story for today, and it once again involves Trump pointlessly ruining something. But this time it's new legislation that both Republicans and Democrats managed to agree on. It was that important.
Yeah.
They've spent like 90% of the year on vacation. They came back and they said, let's get this one through.
Let's do like one half decent thing for the American people who voted for us and pay our salaries.
So they finally managed to agree on something, a housing bill. And it doesn't happen very often, as you're probably aware. But yeah, it was a pretty straightforward attempt to solve a problem that affects most people in this country, regardless of political party. The rent is too damn high. The cost of housing for renters and for buyers has massively ballooned over the past few decades. And for a lot of Americans, it's their primary source of financial stress. It's gotten so bad that Democrats and Republicans set aside their differences to do something about it. And then, at the very last minute, Donald Trump decided, no, we can't have that. Mm-hmm. They had a signing ceremony. Not only did they have a signing ceremony,
The press was there, like the cameras were set up.
they had Trump people. Carolyn Levitt
Yeah.
was on the news the night before talking about how this was such an amazing piece of like legislation.
Yeah, he was, of course, going to take all the credit for it.
Absolutely.
He managed to somehow ruin a layup of like actual legislative success.
And I guarantee you it's because someone, probably Stephen Miller, said, wait, hold on, we just got a bargaining chip.
Yeah.
Anyways, here's the AP.
A sprawling legislative package aimed at lowering the cost of housing and spurring more home construction won bipartisan approval from Congress this week, but it's hit a major roadblock in becoming law. President Donald Trump. The White House supported the 21st Century Road to Housing Act, but on Wednesday, Trump canceled the signing ceremony for the bill, saying he would not sign the measure until Congress passes legislation that would require proof of citizenship for all voters. And here's the Trump Truth Social post that he posted literally like while members of Congress and the press and his own administration had already assembled for this historic signing.
And lauded him for it.
Yeah.
Publicly. Mr. President, whoa, amazing. Of all of the shameful things in the past couple of weeks, isn't it nice to have one win, sir?
No. If there's going to be one win, it's going to be my win.
This was his win, and he still fucking tossed it away.
Here's what he said. Today's housing news conference and signing is hereby canceled until such time as we pass the desperately needed Save America Act, which I consider to be a national emergency. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President DJT.
Yeah, and he like the mention.
I see you're doing some bipartisan legislation.
I don't think so. Yeah, the idea that this isn't important at all is so just how. Again, could you...
In what way could this ever possibly reflect well on him? I guess he doesn't fucking care.
Yeah, he does not give a fuck. He just wants to steal the next election, and that's all.
Did
you see what happened with the fucking Postmaster General today?
Mm-hmm.
It was today or yesterday. He was like in front of it was in a meeting, and basically was like, well, by the text that the president has said, yeah, I would not be able to accept mail-in ballots from states that have agreed with the president on this, or it's some kind of like loophole that he's using to not accept ballots from states that agree with the president. It's fucking
not
insane.
good.
So yeah, Trump saw some bipartisan legislation that was about to be passed, and he said, hold on, I'm not signing shit until you pass this other totally separate legislation that is both unpopular and controversial and also doesn't have the votes to pass.
No. It's like so bad that even Republicans are like, I don't know.
I don't want this tied to me.
Listen, we're doing a lot of fascism these days, but this one's like pretty fashy. And like, I don't know. Actually, a lot of Republicans do vote by mail. It's not that weird. It's kind of insane.
Kind of like one of the
that
easiest
we're
ways
still
to do
doing
everything.
this. Yeah.
Anyways, good news is that the housing bill passed both houses of Congress by such a wide majority that it is veto-proof. And whether Trump signs it or not is irrelevant. After a couple days, it's just what happens. So all this does is pointlessly delay the bill. Great job, sir.
Yeah.
And drive if approval ratings were still a thing, drive it down even further.
If he does officially veto it, then they just have to vote on it a second time.
Which probably a bunch of Republicans would switch.
Oh, geez. Yeah. I can't in good conscience cast the same vote with the SAVE Act.
Susan Collins would say, I learned my lesson.
Yeah. This is the day.
If anyone's learning lessons, it's me.
I learned mine. For the first time.
Anyways, in case you're wondering what this bill would have achieved if Trump hadn't thrown a wrench in it, here's the AP again. The measure is the culmination of months of negotiations by lawmakers who combined dozens of bills meant to address how housing affordability for both renters and aspiring homeowners in the U.S. has grown increasingly out of reach for many Americans. The bill would reduce federal regulations, streamline environmental reviews, speed up the construction process, and curb the influence of corporate landlords by limiting their ability to purchase single-family homes.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that's no bad news in there, detective.
This is like just basic fucking shit. But yeah, those are all good things.
I'll have some, please. Please.
No. Still, it's not a silver bullet for all the factors that contribute to reduced housing affordability, including lack of construction labor. Weird. Lack of construction labor. Where could we possibly find laborers to do construction in this country? Where'd they all go? Oh, we did what? We did what? Oh, geez. Oh,
It's
geez.
time to send your kids out to get those blue-collar jobs.
Yeah, any day now.
Yeah.
Lack of construction labor, rising insurance costs, and years of subdued wage growth relative to sharply rising rents and home prices.
And just the cost of materials.
Yeah,
Wood,
just-
expensive.
Yeah, just the cost of everything.
You really do have to measure twice these days because that's you don't want to have to go buy
For the
more.
first time in history, you actually have to measure twice and cut once because the cuts are expensive.
Yes.
Just never had to do this before. Even so, the bill has drawn broad support from the real estate industry, including organizations representing home builders and apartment complex owners, as well as housing advocates. So both groups pretty happy about this, which like anytime shit like this happens in like LA, people are like, oh, but like the builders are in favor of it. Like, yeah, I mean, like you're never gonna pass laws that make them build more housing that are not liked by the builders because they're the ones that need to build it. Like you got to get the builders involved. They're the ones that build.
Yeah.
Anyway, quote, we need more homes built and legislation that removes construction barriers is exactly what the market needs right now, said Daryl Fairweather, chief economist at Redfin, who I believe watches the show.
Ooh, hi, Daryl.
Followed me on Twitter
Chief economist.
and now on Bluesky. Hello, Daryl. Home buyers who were hoping for relief may have to wait even longer, and in a market already starved for inventory, that's a tough pill to swallow. Home prices this is crazy. Home prices have increased 54% nationwide since 2020. And last year, the median existing single-family sales price was nearly 5 times the median household income, according to researchers at Harvard's Joint Center for Housing Studies. That's crazy. Like, it's unsustainable.
Yeah. LA is such a funny test case too, because just like so much land and it's gotten better obviously over the years, but like
The issue in LA is like it's a statewide like people are like, oh, there's so much red tape, and like they're not wrong, but that doesn't mean like you ignore earthquakes.
Mhm.
Like we should probably factor that in.
extremely expensive to build here. Yes, for a lot of
I think a lot of it is just like it's poorly optimized bureaucracy, and I think there's probably ways to fix
Well,
it without just like getting rid of safety
it is also
regulations.
very frustrating when you see, specifically in this area, gigantic apartment and condo complexes that open and then sit empty because they're charging amounts that people shouldn't even pay for like entire homes.
Well, yeah, that's another thing is like every time LA
They refuse to lower the prices.
Every time LA has done something with housing, it's always less than a half measure. It's like, okay, anyone who builds an apartment complex has to agree that like 1/10 of the units will be affordable, even though affordable is meaningless and it's usually still fucking expensive. But I think we finally we're nearing the end of like that era because like you said, so many of these places
They're just
where
sitting
it's
empty.
like fucking $6,000 for like a 1-bedroom apartment and they're like no one's buying it. Where are you going to find tenants?
Well,
no
that's
one has that kind of money.
The scam that they've been doing since COVID, it's gotten to its logical endpoint, was that they would just start tacking on free months of rent.
Yeah.
So like I remember passing one in Burbank when we were back over there. That was like it was like 3 months rent. So essentially, like for this place, let's say the rent was like it's probably low for Burbank, but like just for the sake of argument, like $2,500 or something like that. So like, instead of lowering the rent by $7,500 over the course of 12 months, they would rather take that hit, keep the rent high so that everywhere else in the area is also that high, so that some idiot comes and pays the full price and therefore makes up the stuff that they lost.
I mean, it is literally a housing cartel.
But now you're getting to the point. You're getting to the point where like they're offering, like at this point they'll just give you a fucking year. Like
as long as we don't have to lower the actual rent.
They'll do anything.
It's still on the books as costing that much.
It's crazy.
It would be bad for me and my friends in the real estate business if I were to actually
because it probably lowers their net worth.
Competitive rate.
Because they're like, well, then in this place is only valued so high. I don't know. It just seems fucking wrong that there's like hundreds of available housing units that are going unused because people don't want to spend $4,000 on a studio.
You remember, I think it was J.D. Vance. He was like, we need to start building freedom cities. We need to take federal land and build freedom cities on it. And it's like all the federal land, at least here on the West Coast, is in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
It's like, how's that going to work? Just like walk me through
Not
how
just-
that works.
Not just in the middle of nowhere, in some of the most like inhospitable terrain in the world.
No electricity, no plumbing, nothing.
In the desert, in the fucking desert.
And like, if that's not enough, like none of that matters, because what really matters is a city has to have an actual like reason to fucking exist.
Yes,
like,
you don't just create them.
You can't just put houses in the middle of nowhere and be like, all right, we solved the housing crisis.
No, it's got a Starbucks downstairs. They got food.
Yeah, the Starbucks is the biggest employer in this town.
There's 4 in one corner.
And a latte costs $15 because actually getting the beans out here is inconvenient.
Hospital. Hospital.
Who's going to pay for it?
Get in your car and start driving, buddy. Anyways, local rant over.
Yeah. I mean, that's a international.
Yeah.
The whole world is, but especially here. Especially here.
It's so
Oh,
funny.
boy.
If you even fucking ask my dad about the construction in Florida, oh boy, he'll fucking, woo, he's so angry about
He
it.
hates it?
Yeah, because
Why?
no more single family homes. It's all like condos and stuff.
I'm sure there are single family homes.
Nope. Mm-mm. And when
They're making it illegal to have a house.
that's an exact argument that he's made before.
I guarantee you, with 5 minutes of internet research, I could find a subdivision being constructed
he would,
right
and then
now.
he would say, "Well, those aren't real homes because they're like a foot apart and they're like fake homes. They're condos that are separated."
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
There's always a response.
checkmate me, I guess.
And that's why it's okay for Trump to halt this bipartisan bill.
Yeah. Yeah. He had genuine concerns.
Anyways, we'll let you go. We have another episode for you to watch. If you want to see like an entire weekend of Trump having a fucking meltdown about his giant pool, the episode that we did on Tuesday is like, it's just all of it. All of the chaos of this fucking reflecting pool. So check that out. Check out another episode of Weekly Weird News. Like the video, click the like button, leave a comment. Make sure you go check out some merch at internettodaymerch.com, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.